Once upon a time, in a story far, far away, a young, nameless hero.
New year, and I know it's been a while since I've gone live. I'm actually challenging myself to do a new thing.
Wanted to challenge himself to write a book.
Once upon a time, there was a scarecrow who was alone.
You get to tell your story.
Hit number 100.
Write easy, write consistently, and write now.
He ended up starting a community.
Here to get back into the swing of creative writing things and train as a writer. I've done that before. I always feel like the Tasmanian devil when I submit. Why will a reader make either a time investment, fail? Amen, Jared, to the need for community. That's how I found this channel. I was searching for a community. As the knife plunged towards his chest, Jared realized with grim irony that he'd finally found the perfect plot for his thriller, if only he'd lived long enough to write it.
But he couldn't do it alone.
So mad at all of you. So mad.
I feel it too, like my eyes are watering.
Because those readers want to consume content. They are ferociously hungry.
Same type of premise. The only difference is that the market that you're writing to are your fans.
Your character still needs like that GMC, we call it, like goal, motivation, conflict.
How many of you do that, but then go back to the original 25 versions later?
Welcome back, my beautiful darklings.
Live. Welcome, my friends. Anything today?
Nobody's going to win any. Right. Yes.
And I'm Chat Soul. You guys all know me with the person with a really high word count.
That's
for
all
this,
anybody's
for this
ever gonna
month,
know you
I
still.
am just known as Eclipse Studios.
And in his darkest hours, he realized this was only the prologue.
Because it's time to write now. All right, and we are live. Welcome, my friends. I am so happy to be able to hop onto the stream. What's up, Lynn? Welcome. Courtney, Tiara, we missed you over the weekend. I saw your Discord message, but don't fear. All of the Right Now-a-thon stuff is available for replay. And I think I'll be time coding. I think I'll time code all the Right Now-a-thon stuff after the stream so people can hop into the specific presentations they want to check out. Courtney, I got word I missed today with my nap. Yes, today is probably the latest Monday stream I've done in a while. My stream schedule this week's going to be a little all over the place, I'll admit. I think this week is this is going to be a week of reflection. This is going to be a week of reflection for me, for the most part, my friends. Y'all know I am moving officially this week. So, which means I'll be in a new streaming studio. Once I get the streaming stuff set up, new streaming studio, new schedule. I am, for those of you who've been in the community, you know, I've been going hardcore for the past, all year. I've been going hardcore all year. That's for sure. But we'll definitely be, yeah. But it's hardcore all year with daily streams, and the past 4 months specifically have been more time intensive because of the holiday writing events between the fiction contest, Adventure Right Now, and then the WriteNow-a-thon. So I've been thinking about it, and I think this week is a really good week for me to just really reflect on how I want to go about our daily and weekly streaming schedules. As you guys saw, I showed a lot throughout the Right Now-a-thon, so I'll show everything again for you guys because I know we had our 2025 sneak peek schedule, which was super awesome. Very, very cool. I'm so stoked about that. So I'll go over that in just a bit. I see you. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. I had so much fun putting that video together. I'll probably upload it tomorrow. And crazy stuff, my friends. Today is day 365. I can't believe it. I legitimately cannot believe it. Tomorrow will be the official celebratory 366 days of consecutive writing streams. So it's just it's so surreal. And I feel like the Right Now-a-thon was kind of my big celebration. So tomorrow, well, I don't know what I'll do. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Master was wondering if I was still alive after the Right Now-a-thon. So, Master, wondering after I was streaming for 25 hours over the course of 3 days. Yeah, I was wondering if I was alive too. You know what? What's interesting is I don't actually feel that drained. And I think for the Right Now-a-thon, I was on stream a lot. Of the 25 hours, I was probably on camera maybe about 12, 13 hours. So maybe about 50 to 60% of the time. But I think what worked with the Right Now-a-thon was because we had so many guests and I wasn't on camera all the time. I didn't feel like my voice was ever up in. I didn't ever feel like I was dead. I could tell at the end of last night, the last hour, I was going a little bit delirious. I could tell I was kind of out of energy. But I feel like that's pretty good if I get 24 hours of live streaming and then I start feeling like I'm losing energy. But I was just so it's whenever you do an event, because I've worked live events before, whenever you do a live event, you just feel so or I feel so energized, right? And seeing all of your comments, seeing all of you guys, the way everyone participated and showed up, how much everyone enjoyed the different presentations, how much each of the guests, we had such incredible guest speakers. Every single presentation was bomb.com. And our guest authors were so awesome. I was really happy how everyone was able to show up. Lynn, that's a great question. I was going to ask, are you going to divide up into different videos for different ad content and such? I'm going to divide up into different videos for different ad content and such. Lynn, are you talking about the Right Now-a-thon replay? Are you talking about, am I going to re-upload it as video or cut it up into videos? For different ad content. So with the Right Now-a-thon stuff, I've been kind of going back and forth on what I want to do with the content. I haven't made a decision yet because we have I would say we probably have about 16. No, actually, I'd say we probably have about just under 15 to 20 solid events that really, if I wanted to, I could just take the events and then just re-upload them as videos, which I might. I'm still trying to think. I'm either going to re-upload them as video events, or I might just cut them into pieces and upload them as shorts. So I might repurpose them for short content. But I'm still kind of thinking through what's going to be best. Maybe I'll do both. Yeah, so I'm thinking through that. That's something that's really great to keep in mind. So still thinking through that. I think that's part of what I'm thinking through this week as well. because there was so much information, so much knowledge. And I know a lot of the writers who showed up generally showed up maybe to parts of it. So there was a few who were with us the whole time. I know I saw some of you consistently throughout, but there was so much incredible information. And I want to make sure that we get as much of that information presented by the guests and the discussions and all the craziness in between, that I'm able to get it into as wide of an audience as possible, because there was just so much value. And I think we can definitely cast a wider net. So that was a really great question, Lynn. Moving sucks so bad. Yeah, moving does suck. It's like moving is like always a good thing, like after you've moved, but like the process of moving, the process of finding a place is always annoying. Mal, welcome, friend. You're like, congratulations on making it through 2024 and committing to this wonderful writing project. Yeah, I feel it's crazy. You're like, what's next in 2025? I hope this amazing writing experiment project continues. I believe writing saves minds. So, Mel, thank you for asking. And now I know I revealed this in the WriteNow-a-thon. So a couple things. So what to expect for this coming year. Obviously, tomorrow is my 366th day of live streaming, which is incredible. I can't believe I've actually accomplished that, which was crazy to me. I'm not going to stop live streaming because I believe in the value of daily writing motivation. I also recognize I can't do it every single day forever. So I'm balancing that. I'm going to go as long as I'm able to. And I mean, clearly for those of you who saw a couple weeks ago, even if I'm in the hospital, I'm still going to try to figure out how to live stream and have to build up a team. Had to build up a team around myself, which is why I don't think that right now is just me. Right now it starts with just me, but I'm continuing to build out a volunteer team. And then once we start generating enough money with ad revenue, once the channel gets to a certain point and where I'm able to diversify enough, then I'll start offering paid positions in the future. So that one's a little farther out, but it is definitely my goal to build the team. Because I believe in the value of a daily writing motivation brand. Now, I was just writing this little message so you guys can hear kind of what I'm thinking. So let's see. So 2025. This week I'm kind of taking a low key week. So let me guys show you the stream schedule this week, and then I'll show you the 2025 stuff. So the stream schedule for this week. Let me pull it up. All right, let's share this. Okay, doke, my friends. There we go. Perfect. So there's that. Okay, so this is going to be my stream schedule for this week. I was literally just writing the newsletter portion of it. So my stream schedule this week is going to be very casual. Originally, I was thinking about going straight back into my weekly streaming schedule, but I think to give myself a week on focusing on moving, I think I deserve that. So I'm not going to stop streaming. I'll still be here every day, but I'm going to focus more on writing sprints. We'll still have our Right Now Writers group. That one I'm not going to let go of. But the rest of the week is going to be very casual writing streams. To allow myself to move, I'm going to do TBD. So if anybody wants to come join us on Thursday or Friday, just make sure you're in the Right Now Discord. Make sure you're in the Right Now Discord. I was like, I guess I should probably drop that link since I don't think I've coded this video. Let me see. Right Now Discord. So yeah, if you want to know when the specific times. Here we go. Let me generate this. I just dropped this in the chat if you want to come join us. So definitely come join us because I'll post the announcements in the Discord and on socials. So that's this week. So this week's just going to be writing sprints. I also feel like I need some time to just pull back from it for a second and just kind of reflect so I can really think about what I want to do with the weekly and the monthly streaming schedule. I'm planning on returning with our normal weekend streams next weekend. And I can pull up the YouTube channel. So next weekend, which will be 4, 5, 6. So the week of January 6th, we're going to be returning to our weekend stream. So I'll be bringing back our story and critique show. We'll return. I'll also be returning with, let's see, don't do I have the podcast? Oh yeah. We'll also be returning with the Create Right Now podcast. So the podcast and the critique show are weekly streams that everyone loves. We'll be returning with that next week. And then kind of what's on my mind, I think you guys might be expecting some more, you guys will probably be able to expect some more videos in the weeks and months to come. Some of it will be repurposed from previous live streams, and then some of it will be new material. So I'm trying to figure out what balance I want to do. So that was a really great question. And then, so that's what I have for next week. And then let me show you guys what I got for 2025, because that is a great, great question. And I saw a couple other call outs. Courtney, like, that last video you shared as you ended was awesome. I wish I could see it again. You're like, well, you're in luck, my friend. I'll be uploading the video tomorrow. So we'll be able to upload it tomorrow. So that way anybody who wants to enjoy it can. I felt like it feels like it's appropriate to upload the 366th video on day 366. So I'll upload that tomorrow. I was here the whole time and I'm exhausted. Oh, I know, right? My mind is filled of information. And I was like, I feel like I was able to absorb about half the presentations because I was running logistics on the back end. So like, I know that I'm going to go back in and really watch some of the material because there was such great information that a lot of the speakers and a lot of the guests showed. Yeah, no, it was great seeing you guys. Like I had such a fun time. Courtney, like, both might work. Push people from the short to the longer video. Yeah, what we've learned from short content is that short form videos cast a wider net. But for people who like the short form and like the ideas, because then there's no focus on thumbnails, so I don't have to win a click since it's a shorts feed. And it does bring new subscribers to the channel. It really just comes down to, do I have the time to do the other things? That's always the thing with social media. The more content you can put out, the more you're able to bring more people in. That's always the name of the game. Do more with the time you have. So definitely. And I know I'm going to be getting onto TikTok. I know that's like been my thing. I think by this point, because we're 2 weeks out, I think I need to see what's going to happen with TikTok in 2 weeks. And assuming that TikTok doesn't go under in the US market, then I'll probably hop on. But granted, for TikTok, the dragon video is literally like designed for TikTok. That's like such a TikTok style video. For anyone who saw the dragon sticker video. Cheryl, I was only able to watch part, sadly. Well, you're totally in luck, Cheryl. The replays are available on the Right Now channel if you want to check them out at any time. I'm going to probably time code them after this stream, so that way you can hop to the presentations that bring you the most value. Hey, what's up, Neil? Like, oh, wow, I hope you're feeling better. I'd say take it as slow and carefully as possible. Just eternally grateful for your work. I'll definitely be here. I'm sending good vibes as we head into 2025. Mel, I really appreciate that. I really, really do. If there's one thing that I always like to leave with the community, it's always, let's just do our best to stay motivated on the writing process. I know it can be hard. Sometimes we do have to give ourselves breathers and breaks from writing, but I think a break of like a week or a couple weeks for some people, or a month, I think sometimes we do need to take a break. But what I hate seeing, and this happened with me so many times, is taking a break because life's crazy and then not returning to writing, to your books and your storytelling for like a year or years. So I really want this daily writing motivation or this daily writing community to help continue to inspire more people throughout the highs and lows of the process. I know. No. I'll cue the right now bit in just a bit. But yes, we absolutely loved your scarecrow bit. It was awesome. Okay, so let's show the 2025 calendar for those of you who are excited. Let's see. So there was the schedule for this week. Let me pull up the calendar. So for those of you who might have missed it, this is what we shall be doing, or this is what to expect for the 2025 year. So we're really going to be playing into the holiday writing events. I'm like, right now, 2025 events. So when I think about when we think about the daily and the weekly streams, right? So the daily and weekly streams, these are the ones you see on a week-by-week basis. This is like Kaufman Writes, the daily writing stream. This is like, I guess I can probably show the banner so you guys can get a gist. Okay, let's see. What I'll do is I'll show the YouTube channel because I have that up right now. So, all right, so you guys can see it here. So when we think about the different types of streams, and I'm just seeing if I can blow this up a little bit. So our weekly streams tends to be these shows, right? Like the things like Kaufman Writes, the podcast, the story and critique show. I was like, I know the editing thing is kind of funky. These are the ones that you guys will show up for usually on a weekly basis. The holiday writing events are the ones that take more willpower, just more time and focus, and they're kind of like the specialty events, like the Right Now-a-thon. So I'm really going to be playing into the holiday writing events for 2025. As you guys can see, for the spring, the ones that we're actively working on is we're going to be actively developing a book club for the Right Now community, because I know we have a lot of readers in the community, and I think it will bring a lot of value. So we're going to be launching our book club, and then our next fiction contest, which will happen later in the spring, is going to be our Fated Fantasy Fiction Contest. So it's going to be another flash fiction contest for the genres of fantasy, romance, and romantasy. So it's going to be for those three genres. It's going to be an exact flip on what we did for Freaky Friday, whereas the Freaky Friday fiction contest was for supernatural, paranormal, scary, mystery. We're flipping it and we're going in the exact opposite direction for our Fated Fantasy Fiction Contest. So that's going to be later in the spring. That'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, by the way. I'm actually looking forward to starting work on the Fated Fantasy. You guys know me. I'm a fantasy writer, so that's right up my alley personally. And then we're going to be doing the Right Now Authors Retreat during the summer. So you guys can see this is going to be a very unique experience. Like this is going to be an experience like you guys have never seen before. It's still heavily in development, so I can't share anything for it right now. I'll probably start talking more about the writers retreat once we get a little farther into spring. But I can guarantee you that the goal and the design of our writers retreat, our authors retreat, is to help you be a better writer, but to help you write a book, help you tell your story over the course of a period of time. We're still figuring out logistics for the authors retreat. So more to come on what this will look like when we get closer to summer. And then our fall schedule, our Freaky Friday contest was so popular. So when we think about the holiday writing events this year, the Freaky Friday was wildly successful. So if I can convince Jezebel, if I can somehow manage to resummon Jezebel from the Aether, we'll return for our Freaky Friday fiction contest in the fall. And then in a perfect world, will have the Right Now-a-thon as kind of like our trademark end of year holiday writing event. And then each year we'll just keep growing and we'll keep trying to grow the volunteer team out so I can try to do more with what we have and just bring more value, right? But clearly, like just coming off it, like I had so much fun putting this together. And then there's two other events. I have a list of like holiday writing events that are kind of floating around in my mind. I'm kind of waiting to see if I get pitched any specialty writing streams throughout the course of the year. So I'll probably announce what these things are going to be for our other fall and winter event when we get closer farther into the year. So this is our holiday writing event schedule. Super exciting. For those of you who've been with me this past year, like it's been a cool year, and I've been here every year, and I've been here every day, obviously. But 2025, we're going bigger. We're going bigger, my friends. I believe in this community. I believe that it's going to be sustainable, so that way I'm actually going to be able to continue to survive and make a living off of my writing service work, and then being able to grow the social media, the Right Now brand of it, and then being able to bring other people in so that way we can do it together. But 2025 is definitely going to be a bigger year. It's going to be a bigger year for the Right Now community. And from what we've seen a lot of success so far. right? We've seen a lot of success just in writers showing up. Each of you guys who show up every day tells me that you guys are getting a lot of value out of it. Every time the way that you guys interact with the Discord, the way that you guys interact with the writing streams, the writing events, the guest speakers that show up, it just tells me that it continues to fill that need, which for some people might be like a motivation need. For other people, it might be skill building. For others, it might be like, hey, I want to network with other people. And for some, maybe it's just being a part of a daily writing community. So I think there's the need is changes for everybody, but we're gonna keep going, and I absolutely love it. I have I have so many goals and so many plans for the direction and for the possibility of WriteNow, and I'm just eager for the future. I'm absolutely eager for the future, my friends. So I can promise you, I'm not stopping anytime soon. Like I said in the video, this is only the beginning. This is only the prologue, like Grandpa Koff said in his cameo. Yeah. So we definitely have some really cool things coming up, my friends. And like nice graphic for the season events. Yeah, when I was trying to come up with graphics, I was trying to do something where it's like kind of like Marvel does their like lineup for the year when they do like all their shows. So I was like, okay, I kind of like that like style. So I thought it'd be cool, something for our community to look forward to. So you guys know, like, okay, there's these other major events we're working on that will be coming in the year to come. So it gives us something to look forward to. And then if writers ever want to be involved in either volunteering or other aspects, it gives writers more opportunity. I know we had so much fun with the last fiction contest. We had so much fun, and we learned a lot from it. It was our first flash fiction contest for the WriteNow community. We had a lot of key learnings. So we will take what we learned from the flash fiction contest, tweak it and improve it for the fantasy, the fated fantasy, of which we know that romance and fantasy are the two most popular genres. So I think it just made sense. It just made sense. So I think I honestly think the fated fantasy fiction contest will probably be bigger because the genres are bigger. So recognizing that, we're going to plan for all of that accordingly, and more details to come, my friends. More details to come. Like, Cheryl, I've never heard of WriteNow until a few days ago. Well, I'm definitely glad that you found the community. Like, we have such a supportive community of writers. We really, really do. We have such a great community of writers here. And it's not just one type of writer. It's writers of all different genres, of all different styles and structures and backgrounds. And I think that's what the cool thing is. Originally last year, I thought this was going to be predominantly heavily for just beginner writers only. But I think what we find is I see a mix of writer skill levels. I think it's like 50% beginner writers and then 50% a mix of like intermediate and advanced writers. So I think it's definitely a range, which is cool because we're all learning from each other. I mean, like, you guys know me. I've been writing my entire life, right? I'm been writing for just under 30 years now. Off and on, of course, right? But the one thing that's been unique about me was that I've always known since I was like 7 or 8 that I wanted to be a writer. And I think that the 20 years of my journey was figuring out how do I do that logistically. So, yeah, very, very happy. Glad you joined. And I guess this is a shout out for anyone who's new to the community. Make sure that if you enjoy the community, follow and subscribe. When you tap the subscribe button, if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on Facebook, you'll be alerted when we go live daily. And also, if you're on YouTube, make sure you have the bell notification checked, so then you're like way more likely to be alerted to our daily live streams. So definitely recommend come join the community. We just hit, it looks like we're at 627 subscribers. So like, that's super cool. That's very, very cool. Well, guys, the next milestone after 600, the next milestone is really 1,000. So 1,000 will be the next goal. Yeah, I mean, my guess is if I keep going in the same trajectory with our video and content and all the streams, probably by the summer. Yeah, probably by the summer would be my guess. And then the great thing is, like, for me, it's, and this is what's always interesting. So like the subscriber number for me, like, isn't that important, but you need the subscriber milestones to be able to attract more people and then also be able to attract sponsors. So it's like, for me, I already feel great because I know that I'm providing value for each of you writers who show up. But a lot of there's that perception that success is with larger numbers as subscriber counts. So recognizing that, and then also recognizing that sponsors are generally, are like other like writing companies, are more likely to invest and bring money to writing, or just businesses in general, brands, content creators, when they have higher subscriber follower numbers, just to prove that. And I recognize that. So I think for me, like that milestone aspect, that's why that's important. But the daily, like the writing motivation, like that's why it's kind of like this interesting mix when you think about subscribers and follower counts. So yeah, so that's the WriteNow event schedule. I got to that. That was super cool. Let's see, what else do I got? Let's see. Okay, do you guys, if you want to support, let's see, Courtney, like, I can't wait to see how big you get by this time next year. Your growth has been so amazing. You should feel so proud of the community you built. Aw, thank you so much, Courtney. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at the numbers, and I can share this with you guys. So when we think about our past holiday writing events, and I'll show this on screen so you guys can get an idea for how much we've grown. Let's see, let me go to the holiday writing event playlist. Let's see, major holiday writing events. All right, so when we think about when I think about like the major holiday writing events, now this playlist is kind of a little bit more general, but I would really consider that our first major one was the Write-a-thon. So I want to say that the Write-a-thon, which was a one 6-hour stream, and this was just on YouTube, this probably did, with the other platforms that it was also streamed to, probably did about 300 or so views. When I go to our next biggest holiday writing event, which was the fiction contest, which we really did over 3 days, and doesn't look like I added the Friday opening ceremony for the fiction contest, but the fiction contest with the other streaming platforms did probably about like 800 to 1,000 ish or so views with all the platforms it was streamed to. And now looking at the WriteNow-a-thon with the 3 days, with all the platforms it was streamed to, it probably reached about 1,300 to 1,500 views across the different platforms. So I think each time we do something cool, it grows, because I think more writers find the community, more writers see this, and like, oh, this is cool. This is a daily writing motivational brand. And I don't think there's anything out there. There's other writing brands, right? There's definitely other author tubers. There's definitely other writing brands, but I think I can confidently say that there are no other daily live writing motivation communities right now that are doing it in the same way that I'm doing it. And hopefully that stays the same for now. I'm sure, like anything, other things will always try to copy. So I'll just do this as best as I'm able to, and we'll see how we grow in the time to come, Courtney. But I've definitely loved having you in the community ever since you've found us, my friend. All right, and let's see. So that was a good, and yes. So if you guys want to support the community, there is one way that you can absolutely support it. And let's see, let me go find this. All right, so there's one way you can absolutely support the community if you'd like to help out. You guys saw this over the weekend, but I think this will definitely help out. This will solve all the writing problems of the world. This will solve all the writing problems of the world. So definitely check this out and come support the community.
What's wrong? I haven't written anything good in months. I have writer's block. I can't even think of what character to write. I've gotten 33 words for December. I am not a writer. Wait,
You don't know the ancient technique that cures writer's block and any writing problems since the dawn of time.
Liar.
I'm serious. I just wrote a book in 1 week.
What is it?
Magic. You're the chosen one.
Really?
No. Do we look like we're in Middle Earth? It's better than magic. It can cure writer's block, it can solve any problem, it can fix any story, it can make you a best-selling novel.
You're going to tell me that I need to go get an education, I need to learn by practicing writing every single day, I need to join a writer's group, I need to teach myself new words, and maybe in 20 years, I'll be able to write something halfway decent.
Who actually wants to spend time writing as a writer? No. You got a writing problem? Then put a dragon on it.
Are you feeling stuck? Put a dragon on it.
All right, there you go, guys. If you need to solve any writing problems, put a dragon on it. I think I tagged the dragon sticker, so I have a limited availability. Looks like after the Right Now-a-thon, we sold about 30 or so percent. So I sold about 30 or so percent of what I have on stock. I'm only going to do this specific design as a limited run. So if you want to support the community, you can buy these. I tagged it in the stream. Now I think sometimes I got mixed feedback last week on whether or not it shows up. I think in a perfect world, it pops up down at the bottom corner of the stream, or you can find it below the video or below the stream itself. If you don't see it, you can just refresh the page and it'll pop up. But definitely, if you want to support the community, buy these stickers. You can buy however many you want. I will be shipping them. I'll be shipping the first round probably in the next day or so, in between traveling, so I can get these out. But definitely, really, really great way to support the community. Buy some dragon stickers and tell me, do you guys like these? This is the first. I'm not an online shopper personally, but based off I know we've been talking about these for a while. I know we've been talking about put a dragon on it. All right, that's just something something random that we came up with. I was like, oh, it's kind of funny. So I figured I'd try it out with stickers, and we'll see if it works. I mean, when it comes down, what I've been told with merchandise is, you buy a limited supply. If they sell, you do more of it. If they don't, you do something else. But I know there's so many strategies, and online shopping's just become very popular. So definitely these should be super cool. So definitely get them while you can. And yeah, I love stickers. I love stickers to begin with. I used to, when I was in my own studio, must have been about a year and a half ago, I would line my entire fridge with stickers. I was so sad when I had to give the fridge up, and I'm like, no, my sticker collage. Oh, I was so sad, but c'est la vie. Let's see. The stickers are awesome. Courtney, you're like, I wish you put right now on it or a phrase. It's a good idea, actually. Maybe doing something that has more of the Right Now brand. I know definitely something that I need to for merchandising wise. I need to create something that has the Right Now brand on it, or just Right Now, since Right Now brand. It's it works within itself, which is why I loved when the idea came to me for Right Now originally. But I completely agree with you. I think there's definitely a future variation of these things where they have some type of quote, or they're more inclusive, or they could mention right now, so it makes it stand out even more. I agree with you. When I was a kid, stickers were magical. I know, right? Who doesn't love stickers? But Courtney, that's great feedback. Thanks so much, my friend. Definitely agree. Or I was more things to come based on what you guys have shared over the past couple months. The types of merchandise you guys would want to see is coffee cups and apparently a coffee brand. It's kind of funny. Since I worked in coffee for so many years, since I worked in the coffee industry for over a decade, and then leaving it. Finally, I was like, all right, I'm done with coffee. I will never be touching the coffee brand industry again. And then, of course, you guys want to see Kaufman coffee. So I just thought that was very ironic. That cracked me up a lot. Courtney, I agree. Still had to get one. Aw, appreciate it, my friend. Definitely appreciate it. So I was like, once again, like my merchandising, I know is a learning experience. Like I said, this is my first trial or first attempt at merchandise. So it's all part of the process. We'll see how it goes. More strategies and more ideas to come. Which is super cool. So with that, so that was the dragon stickers, and let's Coffee Kaufman with the dragon. I know, right? Courtney, like, I'm waiting till payday to get one. Just want to promote right now more. Oh, I really appreciate that, Courtney. I really do. It means a lot to me. But I know it is a sign that I need to create something that has right now on it. That I do know. I think with the dragon stickers, I think because I was able to put it together pretty easily, I wanted to get something out that was like quick that I could get out before the Right Now-a-thon. I think that's why I launched with the dragon sticker first. But I know whatever I do next, I need to do something with the Right Now brand. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it would be. I mean, I guess this is a question to you guys. If I do something with Right Now on it, what would you guys want? Would you guys want something with like the Right Now thing like on a sticker again, or would you guys want it like on like a coffee mug? I've been told from the merchandising experts that doing coffee mugs sucks. That coffee mugs are like a pit or like a money or like a sink hole because they're more difficult to ship. And they're more difficult to ship without breaking. But that's just what I've been told. Or something or like some type of clothing with Right Now on it. There's so many things. Like I was like, I could totally do a beanie with some type with like the Right Now logo, or I could do a shirt. Like, what would I wear? I probably need to create I probably need to do like something that has like the logos or that has like writing quotes on it, something that's like Right Now brand but cool. But I totally love your guys' feedback because like I said, I'm not an online shopper. I guess granted, the only things I have shop for is all like the tea turtle stuff. Like I love the tea turtle stuff. But I feel like I don't actively go out to shop online. If I shop, I'm probably going to like Walmart or Target. But I may be a little old school in that fashion. Let's see. Courtney, like you could keep that design and put Right Now on the sword. Oh, that'd be kind of cool, actually. That'd actually be kind of cool. Doing Right Now. Yeah, and then doing it with Right Now on the pen sword itself. I know it's funny. It's like the pen sword. Oh man, that's a really good idea, Courtney. Sticker, yeah. So doing it because that's probably like an easy way to be able to just like help promote just Right Now. Lynn, thanks for that. Master, like maybe pencils or pens. Yeah, and I mean we all use pencils and pens. I mean, you guys know me. Like, granted, since I'm working on the computer most of the time, you guys don't always see it, but like this is always my favorite type of pen in the world. These are like this blue ballpoint pen. It's just always my favorite. I've always loved ballpoints. And I think ever since I found this brand, like these are the only ones I use. So I think if I was going to go like a pen, I would probably go a pen because I tend to use pens more, and I would have to look into how would I design something that I would want to use, and then I'd put it out to you guys. So I would only put things out that I'd actually like using. Like I love stickers to begin with, so like I would put up these stickers in places where I put stickers up. Yeah, so that's kind of how I think about with like merchandising stuff. Courtney, like tumblers, hoodies, beanie, tote bags, pen cases. I know the possibilities are endless, right? I think that's the thing with merchandise, right? You could go in so many different directions with it, and you could launch so many different things. I think that the question always becomes like, well, what's like the next thing, right? And then with merchandising, from what I've been told, what is successful is purchasing a limited amount and then selling through that and seeing if you sell through it, right? Because like let's say I buy 50 stickers and then nobody buys them, right? Then essentially I invest the money into it, but then I just lose it, right? So then I would just end up having to give them away for free eventually, but then that would just be a loss on my part, not even having broke even. So I think that's always the question is like, I could go in many different directions. I know there's a lot of things writers use. It's just what do I think is going to be the most successful? What will people actually buy? Right? Because I mean, like most of us, like we need writing utensils, we need things. And when I personally think about when I got and buy stuff, I personally prefer supporting smaller creators, smaller businesses as compared to going a big business, right? Even though I worked at Starbucks for many years, I always preferred supporting small local mom and pop shops because I'm like, those are the ones who need the help. Starbucks doesn't need help. Starbucks is everywhere by now. That's kind of how I think about it. Let's see. So yeah, you agree with the Right Now Dragon sticker. Courtney, I'm thinking of all the things that come in a blind date with a book box. Come in a blind date. I mean, that would be cool. Guys, I would love to do a book box. I would absolutely love to do a book box. I've done those box type things before. Or I mean, I purchased box type things in the past before, and I love those. You get like it's for me, it's like the surprise, right? Like you get all these cool things in it, and you never know what to expect. I don't know the logistics of doing a box would definitely be a learning experience, because I'm sure with the box, with any type of mystery box or known box, whatever it is, that's including X amount of merchandising. And usually the box is you're either doing a one-time run on it or you're doing a monthly subscription type thing of like, all right, you spend $5 to $20 a month or however much it costs, and then you get that box once a month. And every month you get different things. That'd be cool. I mean, that could potentially be a way to be able to do like a number of these things, pens, pencils, things like that, and doing like a mystery box type experience. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I would just figure out a lot more logistics and figuring out what would go in it, and then I would probably test it out as a one-time thing and see if people actually purchased it, see if people spent money on it. And then if people liked it, then I could figure out a way on how to make it repeatable. Like master like stickers would be great. Something to put on our laptops. Yeah, I mean, and that's yeah, I agree. I was like, I haven't really done stickers with my laptop, but that's actually not a bad idea. Oh man, whenever I put stickers on things, I'm like, I usually end up putting stickers on whiteboards. I used to put it on my refrigerator because I just wanted to create like a sticker collage was cool. I'm realizing with this move, when I get in the new studio, I'm gonna have to find somewhere to start a new sticker collage. You guys will see. I think I'm still kind of thinking through what the setup's going to look like, but I know that hopefully I can, with the way this new studio is laid out, that I can still make it look like the bed behind me, like, sure, all right, that's all right, it's my room. But I really, really hoping that I can get the bookcase and the TV and just a more like writerly setup in the background. So notepads. I mean, yeah, we all use notepads. I am a fan of notepads. I'm a fan of carry something with you, whether or not you like to use your phone or notepad or something to track ideas when the inspiration strikes and you're not in front of a computer. Let's see, if you make the icon and sell that design, that way we could put it on things. Like, I could use my Chris cut and put your logo I bought on a t-shirt. Oh, that'd be super cool. That'd be super cool. That would be really cool. You know, I definitely had friends that have used those before. It's called the cry cut. It's like the cry cut. I always forget. But those machines are really cool. Those things are like great for arts and crafts type things. Things are great for printing. That would be so cool, Courtney. Writing journal could definitely be really helpful, right? I'm like, all right, guys, daily writing sprint. We gotta mark our progress in our writing journals. That makes us start feeling like a school. But I mean, that could actually be something cool for our the authors retreat this summer. Actually, Mass. That gives me an interesting idea. Actually, let's see. No, I've seen people put out T-shirt designs and do pre-sale and only run it if it meets the milestone by a certain date. Yeah, and I know pre-sales are a thing because that builds up interest and generates it before the item launches. I will probably be doing pre-orders for The Last Scarecrow once I'm ready to launch the website and the cover, the book cover, which it's going to be around the corner. Wait, wow, yeah, that's going to be around the corner. The book cover reveal will probably happen in February with the website launch. Man, that means I got to start making more progress on Scarecrow, guys. So January has to be like, I got to make a lot of progress on Scarecrow. So January is the time for me to work on the last Scarecrow. Oh man, which is good. That's why I'm not doing our next round of holiday events till we get into the spring, because I would love to finish this draft of Scarecrow by the end of winter. So then that way I can do the third draft will be short. I can do the third draft in a week or a weekend. And then I'll get it out to an editor. Once it's with an editor, then I can focus on, at least from the writing standpoint, then I'll probably hop into Hermes the Cat. I'll probably finish the Hermes the Cat story. I would love to get that finished for the community. Courtney, like, I got stickers on my PC tower. Like, nice. I think like stickers are fun, and I think starting with stickers was actually a good call. And I think it's just kind of like a learning of like, okay, well, how do we what types of variations do we see next? And it sounds like things that have the WriteNow brand on it, or just WriteNow on it, which like technically it's the WriteNow brand, but we all know like just by saying WriteNow, like that in itself is motivation. So that's super cool. Well, thank you guys. It's in Neil, like, yeah, WriteNow theme for journal pen set. Good idea. Mask and put a dragon for t-shirt. Yeah, yeah, I would love that. I was like, I mean, I think so far the three like branded themes, or the three branded things that have kind of stood out so far was obviously the WriteNow brand, the put a dragon on it, and then the Kaufman coffee. It was kind of the three things that have kind of stood out when I think back to the last couple months. So very cool. Thanks for all the ideas, friends. Really appreciate it. Really do. That helps a lot for somebody who is not a predominantly online shopper. This definitely helps a lot. Awesome. But I mean, speaking of WriteNow, let's queue up the WriteNow video. We got some of you from the community help with it. Let's queue it up.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Because it's time to write now.
I loved it. Got help from writers in the community. And the great thing with that WriteNow video is we're going to add on to it. I'm going to, I think for each of our events, I'll add on more and more writers till I just have like well over just like 20, 40, 60 plus writers just right now. And it'll be a really cool collage. So it's something I'm going to build on over time. But I think like with where we started, it was great. And I really appreciate for any of you guys who did submit the WriteNow. I think we had about 10 of us in that collage. That was really cool. I think it's motivational. Personally, I think it's this cool like little motivational like WriteNow, which I absolutely loved. Yeah. So we'll add on to that over time. I loved our. I think one of my favorite parts about the WriteNow video. Let's see. I was like, let me see. Where'd it go? I loved Nil. We especially loved Scarecrow, and you're going to the Scarecrow now. I loved it so much. Oh man, I like the Scarecrow. Cracked me up so much. I'm like, yes, Scarecrow makes an appearance. It was bomb.com. All right, my friends. This has been great. I need to get to packing. So I'm going to be signing off, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be on a little earlier tomorrow. So today was late. Tomorrow's going to be early. Because I have to work around this moving schedule. So I'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific, 11 to 1, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll throw it up here. Throw it up on screen. So once again, this is the schedule for this week. I'll send it out. Get the newsletter sent out shortly after this. And yeah, so come join me on writing sprints this week. And tomorrow is day 366. Oh, wow. Whew. Man, tomorrow's day 366. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't even know if I'm doing anything special for 366 since the WriteNow-thon was kind of it, but we'll see how I feel tomorrow. So come join me tomorrow. And that's all that I got for you, my friends. Thanks for joining today on our casual little Right Now update. You guys gave me offered some like awesome ideas, and I'll catch y'all on the morrow. Take care, my friends.